San Marcos, the little city nestled in the hills of Southern California. San Marcos represents a little bit of every culture in many different ways. High Tech Middle has chosen to acknowledge the little pieces of what makes the city of San Marcos so special. This is Parts Known San Marcos.
Here in the suburban sprawl of Oceanside, California, lies a family home with an interesting story. This small house is the home for Kimberly Hall, a married mom with 2 children, and here in her small but cozy kitchen, she teaches us how to bake lace cookies.
Since it's the holidays right now, we thought we would make cookies because that is one thing that is a family tradition of ours, is we always make holiday cookies, all different kinds. I grew up in the Santa Cruz and San Jose area up in Northern California, and right before we lived here, we moved here from Mexico. Before that, I lived in Indonesia and Thailand, and then I spent some time in Northern California as well. Yeah, right before Oceanside, we were in Mexico.
What did you do, and what were your jobs and experiences while you lived in those other places?
Overseas, I taught English when I was in Thailand and in Indonesia, and also in Mexico. I taught English, and also I helped to start an English school for hotel employees. For that company, I did the curriculum and trained the teachers and helped them with the English translation as far as contracts go. And then also we had a pizzeria. When I was pregnant with my oldest son, I was really hungry all the time and I was sick of Mexican food, so we opened a pizzeria. It was really fun, actually. It was a lot of hard work. It was challenging. The most challenging thing I think about working at the restaurant was that it was in Mexico, and so everything was a little different. Getting contacts with distributors was very different. We didn't have, in the town we lived in, there wasn't anywhere where we could get big blocks of cheese or large bags of flour, so we had to drive. At that time it was probably about an hour and a half to get supplies, especially about making, we did have pizza, but you had to learn to use foods that they had there rather than things that I was more used to.
Wow, it's a puzzle game like Portal.
Really popular beverages down there. I learned how to make desserts that I didn't make here. Our restaurant was very well known for pizza, and then also I make really good cinnamon rolls. So those, but then also I learned how to make flan and some more traditional desserts that they have in Mexico, so that we could attract a local population as well as the tourists.
Was there any significance in just pizza in general, or was it just because there wasn't anything around?
Well, there were some pizza places there. There was one restaurant, but we were the only one that we would make our own spaghetti sauce, and we used more traditional toppings. There was in Puerto Vallarta, there was a distributor that would get pepperoni. They actually, it was an Italian man, and so he would import things from Italy. He actually taught us how to make an Italian style pizza as well. So that's kind of why. I was pregnant, I was hungry, I was crabby, and I wanted a good pizza, so.
Although Jefe's Pizza is no longer in existence, the spirit and tradition of the restaurant lives on in the culture of the Hall family.